If you like what I do, consider joining my channel or donating to my coffee. Links in the description. Recently, I covered Adventure of Samsara, a spiritual sequel to the 1980 Atari classic Adventure, where you literally play as a square. It was a solid Metroidvania, but not quite faithful to its source material, at least in a strictly geometrical sense. So I left the game feeling a little empty. If only there were a modern Metroidvania to fill this square-shaped hole in my soul. Whoa! Now that's what I'm talking about. This hero has everything. 4 sides of equal length, 4 90-degree angles. This is the true evolution we've been craving for the past 45 years. And with a hero so angular, so cut, you know he's gonna have an amazing adventure. So what's going on here? I have no idea. You're an amnesiac square stranded under the stars, and you have one memory. Somewhere in this world, a heart awaits. Well, that's all I need to know. Let's find out if this abstract journey is a Metroidvania masterpiece or just a game for squares.
Combat.
When it comes to combat, HeroSquare is all about parrying, baby. It's no Sekiro or 9 Souls in terms of difficulty or challenge, but it's still very fun and a lot more generous with its timing window. Let's just say, for someone like me who sucks at parrying, I never had any trouble parrying in this game. So, what are you parrying? Bullets, my good sirs. The rule of thumb is, if it's flashing and or red, you can knock it right back to your foes. But it's not always as easy as deflecting an enemy's attack back at them. Smacking a bullet into another bullet negates both bullets, so the game becomes more about anticipating your foe's movements and positioning yourself so you can parry their attack back at them without getting your attack cancelled. It's fun and can lead to some tricky encounters. To parry, you have to press the parry button at the right time and be moving, so spamming won't cut it. If you're stationary, the bullet hits you, which means every parry requires intention. That's where things get tricky. Not only do you need precise timing, but you also have to account for enemy movement. Not just dodging your attack, but their physical space. Since movement is required to parry, you might end up dashing straight into an enemy and taking damage. But you've got options. Your attack direction isn't tied to your movement, so you can dash one way, parry, and launch the projectile in another. It's a tough skill to master, but once you get it down, it opens up a ton of tactical flexibility. There's also a perfect parry that grants extra iframes, boosting your survivability, especially when mobs are firing from all sides. Bosses in HeroSquare can be tough, but not frustratingly so. They fall into 2 camps: tight arena battles and giant monstrosities. The big boys are where things get spicy. Not only do they look cool, but they play out like heaven or hell scenarios. If you're not familiar with that term, that's a Devil May Cry mode where everything, including Dante, has 1 HP. 1 hit, and it's over. In HeroSquare, these duels feel similar. Either side can drop fast, depending on how well you know the fight. So here's the deal. If you drag out a boss battle, you're probably doing it wrong. I won't spoil the mechanics, but trust me, speed and precision are your best friends during these encounters. And just so we're clear, even though I used heaven or hell, this isn't a 1 hit and you die kind of thing. You have 3 hits, and they typically have 3 or more hits. And that's it for combat. HeroSquare's combat may look simple on the surface, but it's packed with nuance. Between directional parries, projectile mind games, and high-stakes boss duels, the game rewards intention, positioning, and quick decision-making. It's not brutally punishing, but it demands just enough finesse to keep you engaged. And when it clicks, it feels pretty good.
Abilities. Platforming.
There's not a ton to dissect here. HeroSquare uses an overhead perspective with 0 platforming. You slide across the floor, guiding your little square through obstacles and enemy fire. But even with this limitation, there's some really cool sequences you'll find yourself sliding through. My favorite being these lava shapes you have to move through. Really cool stuff. The square does pick up a few upgrades along the way. There's the aforementioned parry, which can evolve to either slow down time or turn you into a bomb when deflecting bullets. You'll also unlock a dash to zip through the world a bit faster. These abilities shine in combat, but the bomb upgrade has some exploratory perks too. By which I mean, yes, you can blow shit up to uncover new areas. And that's it for this section. This isn't your traditional Metroidvania, but even without the platforming, the Metroidvania spirit is alive in this one.
Progression.
Again, not a lot to unpack here. HeroSquare's progression mechanics are just as minimal as its presentation. You'll find a few traversal upgrades, and that's about it. No levels, no stats, no equipment. You can't even increase your HP. Is there a way to improve your square? Maybe, but I won't spoil anything. Just know that enhancements are rare. The game does have a sort of economy though. As you explore, you'll collect diamonds. Some are easy to spot, others are tucked away in clever corners. But you don't spend them, you stockpile them. Eventually, you'll come across diamond doors with specific values, and you'll need that many diamonds to open them. I guess this technically isn't a shop system, but there is one area that functions like a shop with items locked behind diamond doors. Oh, and yes, this game has usable items. I won't spoil the full list, but I'll shout out the MVP, the healing item. Press a button, get all your HP back. It's a lifesaver, and it carried me through one of the tougher boss fights. And that's it for this section. HeroSquare keeps its progression lean and focused. No stats, no grind, just a handful of upgrades, a diamond-driven gate system, and a few clutch items to help you survive. It's minimalist by design, but what's there is purposeful.
Exploration.
Ever read Junji Ito's The Enigma of Emagata Fault? It's the one where an earthquake reveals a mountainside riddled with human-shaped holes, and people feel an irresistible pull to find the one that fits them. That's HeroSquare in a nutshell. There are tons of secrets to uncover and hidden paths to reveal just by wedging your square into crevices. Throughout my playthrough, I was jamming myself into every hole like I was living that Junji Ito story, hoping to find something tucked away just for me. And when you do find something, it's so freaking cool. Some secrets also reveal themselves through clever positioning in certain rooms. I won't spoil any of the puzzles here, but my advice, pay attention to the environment. Your surroundings might be hiding a hint in plain sight. I love this kind of exploration, the kind that rewards observation and curiosity. It adds a layer of mystique to the game and keeps you engaged from start to finish. It more than makes up for the lack of traditional collectibles, especially since some secrets lead to substantial content, optional boss fights, arena encounters, and other things. If you enjoy scouring environments for hidden paths and subtle clues, HeroSquare's got you covered. Another key piece of exploration, literally, is finding keys. You'll run into plenty of locked doors on your journey, so it pays to make mental notes of where they are as you slide around. Track the loot, track the locks, and you'll be glad you did. My one nitpick, backtracking isn't great. If you want to revisit an area, you'll have to redo the challenges you've already completed to get through the rooms again. It's not terrible, but it does make retracing your steps feel more tedious than it needs to be. The in-game map's fine. It's an always on-screen mini-map that fills in as you explore, and you can find full maps hidden in each biome. It's serviceable, though I wish I could place markers. Still, this game harkens back to an era without such conveniences, so I get the design choice. There's no fast travel, but honestly, it's not needed. HeroSquare is a compact experience with 3 biomes, a hub, and a final area. I clocked about 5.5 hours for my playthrough, with one of those hours dedicated to post-game cleanup because I missed a ton of secrets. And that'll do it for exploration. HeroSquare's exploration is minimalist but magnetic, driven by curiosity, clever design, and that irresistible urge to wedge yourself into every suspicious crevice. Despite a few backtracking quirks, the game rewards attention and persistence with meaningful secrets and satisfying discoveries. It's a compact world, but if you're the type to chase every hidden path, you'll find plenty to explore.
Atmosphere. Narrative.
I love HeroSquare's aesthetic. It's minimalist, it's abstract, It's occasionally eerie, and those trippy backgrounds are funky. The music's upbeat and fun, very chiptune and adventurous, with some boss themes packing meaty riffs. The sound design makes every action pop. For a game built from geometric, bare-bones assets, there's a surprising amount of personality. As for the narrative, there's not much going on, at least not explicitly. The game leans hard on archetypes so players can connect with their little square quickly, and dialogue is limited to a few NPCs and cryptic hints at the bottom of the screen. Even after finishing the game, you're not entirely sure what happened. You just kinda save the day, I guess? The world itself is never named or explained, which honestly works. The game revels in its abstractness, and that's part of its charm. I don't think there are multiple endings, believe me, I checked. But I did stumble across a particularly well-hidden door I couldn't open, no matter what I tried. I reached out to the dev and he hinted it might be something for the future, so hey, that's exciting. And that's it for this section. HeroSquare may be sparse on story, but it's rich in atmosphere. With its abstract visuals, punchy sound design, and cryptic, almost non-existent world building, it invites you to project meaning onto its minimalist canvas.
Final thoughts and score.
HeroSquare is a compact, stylish little gem that punches above its minimalist weight. Its parry-driven combat is deceptively deep, its exploration rewards curiosity, and its abstract aesthetic oozes personality. While progression is lean and backtracking can feel a bit tedious, the game's clever design and otherworldly vibe make it a memorable experience for anyone who loves secrets, precision, and sliding into strange places. I award HeroSquare an 8 out of 10. HeroSquare will be available on PC October 7th, 2025. I played the game exclusively on the Steam Deck with 0 issues, and therefore give it a Steam Deck rating of verified.
Pair placement.
HeroSquare is a dense, atmospheric experience that blends satisfying combat, clever exploration, and minimalist charm. While it doesn't push boundaries in progression or narrative depth, its precision-focused gameplay and secret-laden world make it a rewarding ride for players who love intention-driven design and abstract vibes. Metroidvania enthusiasts will definitely enjoy HeroSquare, though some may be put off by its untraditional approach to the genre, i.e., it's not a platformer. HeroSquare wedges itself into the C tier. It's a great little game that flirts with the Microvania label, so if you're craving a quick MV fix, give HeroSquare a shot. And don't be a square.